Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Jimmy Butler's status downgraded for tonight against Philadelphia 76ers. Miami Heat forward Jimmy Butler will not play tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers. It marks the second straight game he has missed because of a foot contusion. The Heat and 76ers meet for the third of four matchups this regular season. So far this season, Miami has won both previous contests, and has now won 3 straight against Philadelphia. The Heat are 71-65 all-time versus the Sixers during the regular season, including 44-24 in home games and 27-41 in road games. Heat coach Eric Spoelstra on Bam Adebayo's winning three-pointer, "Sometimes there's karma in this game. Bam was just outstanding for us, especially defensively, with all the things he was doing and everything he got on the glass. Sometimes the ball just happens to find that guy." The Miami Heat are optimistic that Jimmy Butler can return to the floor Monday night for a clash with the Philadelphia 76ers after he was upgraded to questionable on Miami's latest injury report, per Ira Winderman. Butler missed Sunday's win over the Detroit Pistons due to a foot injury. The Heat barely survived against a 12-win Pistons team, only saved by Bam Adebayo's buzzer-beating three to claim a second consecutive victory over Detroit. Butler has missed 20 games this season, including 5 of the Heat's last 15 games. Miami is 13-7 without Butler and is currently riding a 4-game winning streak when their best player is not in the lineup. The Heat have dealt with several injury issues throughout the season. They have 7 full-time NBA players on their injury report, with 4 remaining out on Monday. Despite that, Miami has managed to keep the ship steady and stay in the thick of the Eastern Conference playoff race. Monday's game against the Sixers is a crucial one for both teams. Miami and Philadelphia enter the contest with identical 37-30 records, placing them in 7th and 8th respectively in the Eastern Conference standings. If the season ended today, the Heat would host the Sixers in the play-in tournament for the Eastern Conference's 7th seed. The Indiana Pacers sit a half game ahead of Miami and Philadelphia for the last guaranteed playoff spot in the conference. The Pacers have 1 fewer game remaining than the Heat and Sixers. Getting Jimmy Butler back in the lineup full-time would be huge for the Heat, but having him healthy for the playoffs is the priority. The Heat reached the NBA Finals last season after reaching the postseason via the play-in tournament. Though it might not be the ideal way they want, Miami's path to another championship series might be similar this year. How Miami Heat's Twitter reacted to Monday's loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. And just like that, the Miami Heat go back to the drawing boards after losing to the Philadelphia 76ers. Rebounding against the Detroit Pistons was a good reset, but it seemingly only delayed the last year showed that the Heat shouldn't be taken lightly. However, with no real momentum or standout performances, Miami is basically coasting on narratives and hope from past success at this point. To be fair, the Heat were missing their star players in Tyler Herro and Jimmy Butler. However, the 76ers were playing without Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris. Fans didn't have any sympathy for their team Monday night. Bam Adebayo had 20 points, 13 rebounds and 6 assists, while Terry Rozier also contributed a 20-point performance on 3 of 7 shooting from three-point range. However, both were criticized by fans after the game. Adebayo didn't take a shot in the fourth quarter, while Rozier shot relatively poorly from the field. Thomas Bryant and Caleb Martin each had more solid double-digit performances off the bench. However, Jamie Jaquez Jr. and Duncan Robinson collectively shot 22% from the field for just 12 points. Meanwhile, Sixers star Tyrese Maxi and Kelly Oubre Jr. combined for 52 points. And of course, fans expressed their frustration with former Heat guard Kyle Lowry. The veteran point guard was seemingly a liability when he played for the Heat, but of course dropped 16 points Monday in the victory. With 14 games left, the Heat sit right in the number 8 seed, barely behind the 76ers and Indiana Pacers. They can escape the play-in tournament, but they need to start stacking wins against quality opponents in the final stretch. The Heat play the Cleveland Cavaliers, 43-25, Wednesday night. 76ers, Tyrese Maxey's insane statistical feat will make Allen Iverson really proud. The Philadelphia 76ers have endured quite a tough season. For the past 1.5 months, they have been without Joel Embiid, while Tyrese Maxey has also missed his fair share of games after sustaining a concussion. But Maxey, pressed into action as the 76ers' number 1 option with Embiid out, has more than risen to the occasion. On Monday night, Maxey had himself one of the best all-around games of his career, putting up 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists in a 98-91 victory for the 76ers over the Miami Heat. In dropping 30 points against the Heat, Tyrese Maxey was able to insert his name in the same vein as one of the greatest 76ers players of all time in Allen Iverson. As pointed out by Clutch Points Twitter, X, Maxey now has 20 30-point games this season, the most by a player aged 23 or younger in 76ers history since the answer accomplished the feat back in his rookie season, 1996-97. Being mentioned in the same breath as Iverson means that Maxey has truly arrived as a legitimate star for the 76ers. The entire season has been a coming-out party for the 23-year-old guard. In addition to the aforementioned feat, Maxey is also on pace to be just the third player in franchise history, in addition to Iverson and Wilt Chamberlain, to average 25-plus points and 5-plus assists in a single season. Of Maxey's 20 30-point outings this season, 11 of them have come without Joel Embiid, making his contributions that much more impressive given the increased defensive attention he draws when he's the 76ers' primary scoring option. Make no mistake about it, the burden Maxey is carrying is heavy. The 76ers don't exactly have another top-notch shot creator flanking Maxey at the moment, although Kelly Oubre Jr., Kyle Lowry, and Buddy Hield helped out against the Heat with double-digit scoring games, which means that the responsibility to create the majority of the team's offense falls on his shoulders. Currently, Philadelphia is hanging on to the 6th spot in the Eastern Conference by the skin of their teeth, so Maxey may have to channel his inner Allen Iverson even further to prevent his team from falling to the play-in spots. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation Tyrese Maxey? Leave your opinion in the comments.